GingerGM.
Good morning, Vietnam. No, it's not Vietnam. That's just what's his name said in that film. Yeah, we got a rivals match. I'm getting the coffee in. Maybe I play better first thing in the morning. We'll find out. It's coming up to 8 o'clock here, 8 a.m. So I've been up since 6:30, which is not too bad for me. I normally get up quite early anyway. And I'm just trying to get as much caffeine in my system as I can. Caffeine in the morning, beer in the evening. Hello to everyone in the chat. We're doing a fun rivals match, and it's against Andras Toth, who is a really good streamer, and not just a good streamer, but a good player and a great YouTuber. And he doesn't get enough subscriptions on YouTube. He deserves more, but he's a very nice guy, and we're playing a rivals match, and and I think we're going to go for either best of 5 or best of 3. Let me just check with him. Do you prefer? Maybe, so this is we're going to do 5 minute, 5 plus 0, best of 3 maybe. Shall we? Okay, we're going to go best of 5. Just checking things now. And this is the time limit we're playing. So it could go on for an hour or so, I guess. I don't really know. And let me just paste it in here. So we're doing 5 minutes, best of 5 games. So a little bit longer, which I like, because I need to wake up a little bit. Or should we do best of 3? We're trying to decide. Maybe best of 3. Let's do best of 3. Okay, I'm just chatting to him now. Okay, so we're changing that. And we're gonna go yeah, okay, so just while I natter on, 3 plus 2, best of 3, and 3 0, best of, is it first to 3, best of 3? So 1, 2, yeah, okay. So let me just change this again. We're going to do this. We might do it a little bit longer next time, but Andreas has been streaming a bit already, and this should still be fun and quick. Best of 5. Best of 5, first to 3. What am I saying? God, I definitely need my coffee today. When we get started, we'll be all right. So best. Hang on. That is best of. First to 2 points, I think that is. First to 2 points. Right. So we're just setting up basically what time limit we're going to play, because we both need to agree, obviously. And we thought we wouldn't play bullet chess, because neither of us really like bullet chess, and it's a little bit quick. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to start with 5 minutes, a 5 minute round, and we're basically going to do first to get to 2 points. So first to get to 2 wins in 5 minutes, and then 3 plus 2, first to get to 2 wins in 3 plus 2, and then 3 0, first to get to 2 points in 3 0. So that's it basically. So it's reasonably quick little rivals match, but hopefully we do more. But okay with me, and we're just deciding if it's going to be rated or not. I'm happy to have it rated. Andreas is about the same rating as me on League Chess, where we're going to be playing. So just to confirm, forget about what I've said above, and you might be confused, Harry Chess. I'm confused, so forget everything I've said and let me start again. So I'm just going to change the description first of all, so we don't confuse people in the description. But I'm playing Andras, who is streaming at the moment, and we're going to be playing 3 different time segments, and this is Andreas's Twitch handle, and the time handles we're going to be playing, and maybe Blair can just put this in the chat if he's still there, because you know, I might be concentrating on the playing, is as follows. So there you go. So that is the thing, first to 2 points, and we're going to get the first game on straight away. And it looks like we're going to start. Shall we start with 5-0? So there you go. So hello everyone from Daniel the legend, Daniel Naroditsky's channel, and you've actually come over at a good time. So hello everyone, thank you so much for the raid, Daniel. Most appreciated. It's very early over in England at the moment. I mean, Daniel's just such a good player and streamer, isn't he? But I'm not quite in Daniel's class, but you know, can still have a bit of fun. And what we're doing today, now we decided I'm playing a little morning rivals match. It's 8 AM over in England, and I'm playing a rivals match against another streamer, a great streamer who deserves many more views, and this is his channel, Chess Player Andras. And we're going to play 3 different time segments. It's only a short rivals match, so you can watch it on his Twitch channel. And we're playing, to start with, 5-minute chess, best of 3, first to get to 2 points. And then we're going to do 3 plus 2, first to 2 points, 3-0, first to 2 points. So hello, and let's get the match on. So okay, I'm about to set, and Andreas is a strong international master from Australia. So wish me luck, and again, let's just get it on, shall we? So here we go. So I've got white pieces in the first game, and I think I'm going to start with a little calm English opening, because it's nice and early in the morning, and I'm just going to have my cup of coffee and just play some positional chess. So I could now go into a King's Indian defense, but I think I'm going to stick with the pure English. I'm English after all. And I'm going to try and play what is called the Botvinnik setup. And the Botvinnik setup is where you try to control a lot of the white squares. So you put your pawns on light squares like this, and he's going to try and play f5, and on the other hand I'm going to try to break somewhere else. Now this knight though is quite a bad piece in these setups, but he can get an initiative like this, or aim to. Now against this move, I think I'm going to throw the knight into this square, because if he takes it I'm going to fork his pieces. Now can I play bishop here? This is a move I'm thinking of playing. Bishop h6. And again, I can't remember theory as much nowadays. Getting too old for that. It's too early to remember theory. And I have to calculate already. It's always a bit annoying when you have to calculate already, right? So bishop h6, he captures. I capture here. I'm going to try it, I think. Bishop h6, knight takes, bishop takes. He can go knight in, takes, king takes. Well, let's give it a go. It looks like a fun move to play, and I'm going to drink more coffee. And the point is, if he takes that bishop, I go knight to f6 check. But I'm a little bit, I think his best line might be knight takes knight, bishop takes bishop, and then knight to e3. And I'm just trying to work out how that could continue. I could even go queen c1 there, or I could go pawn takes knight, king takes. I've got double pawns, and he's going to go f5. So that's what I think his best idea might be. Now he's ignored all that, and this exchange of bishops can work quite badly for me as well, because his bishop there is quite a dodgy piece, but on the plus side it does defend his king. So I'm going to eliminate that bishop, and now I'm going to play f4, and we have this weird construction here, and I'm going to try and get rid of that pawn so I can use the dark squares. The dark squares, my friends, the dark squares. So a very normal move there. Now I could even consider playing this one, but it would be much more normal just to play queen d2 first. No need to rush, because then my queen has ideas of coming here, and try to get my last rook into the game, somewhere like rook e1. d4 is a very normal move here. Okay, so he's throwing his knight in, and I think I'm happy to see that, because we get this change of pawn structure, which I think should be okay for me. Now I can go queen f2, maybe forcing this move, but I can also just play a normal move like rook here first. And I think we will put the rook on a file that is most likely going to open up. Now actually I didn't even think about it, but could I have won a pawn there? I don't know. So he's forcing my knight to do something, and we're going to take here with what looks like a fairly, well, it is an even pawn structure, but can I get any advantage here? Because I like my bishop. Now e5 looks a reasonably normal move here. And then try to play on the e file and try to prove that my bishop is better than his bishop. I don't really want to take there because it makes his bishop better. Queen f2 I'm also thinking of, c5 and then e5, but then he goes d5. So I feel this is quite interesting. c5 and then e5, then d5. And if I swap everything off there, I get a protected passed pawn. But I'm going to go for this move. I'm going to go for this move because the other one wasn't as attractive. But I've got to start moving a bit quicker. I'm moving far too slowly now. Okay, now we're going to get the rook in. And we're going to try and claim some small advantage here. But do we have any advantage at all? He's moving extremely quickly. He's just trying to swap everything off at the moment. Makes a lot of sense. Now what about this kind of structure? Is that going to be okay for me? So if I go queen here, takes, rook takes maybe? Rook takes, pawn takes. I've got my queen coming in here. Should we try this? Let's give this one a little nibble. And okay, so I want to take with a rook, I think, but I'm not entirely sure about this plan. Let's go for it. And I've got my queen trying to sneak in here. I've got to be a little bit careful in the bishop ending because my pawn is on a light square here. You know, if all the major pieces come off, but I don't think he can get his bishop to that pawn. And my idea now is to, I'd imagine, I'm thinking about queen d6, for example. b6, queen d6 was the line I was trying to calculate. Get my queen into the d6 square. Now queen here, I'm going to go queen c5. But if in queen c5, b6, queen d6 is the other plan that I have in this position. Well, I can go queen c5, and if he goes here, I take here. So queen c5 is a very nice square for my queen. I might be able to go in straight away, but I could lose that pawn because he can block it with bishop e6. That's also interesting. So I'm hoping I got a small edge here, but I don't know. Interesting sort of ending. So here puts pressure on his position, and if he goes b6, queen d6 is my key idea. And if takes, pawn takes, I'm threatening. Okay, so we have to go for this key idea, otherwise he's going to play c5 and I'm probably worse. And if he captures, blocks my pawn, I've got bishop here, but I've just realized he can take and go bishop e8, which I totally missed. And that is annoying. That's just a little miscalculation there. So here c5, and my pawns are funny, but I do get the d5 square for my bishop. But I don't know if I'm not sure I've played this correctly. This is get the coffee in. This is get the coffee in. Play fast. Well, I'm now missed this move, I must admit. But actually, it might be all right after here b5. Bishop here, bishop c6. So I've just realised that that's an option. b5 and bishop c6. And it looks kind of wrong because I'm putting my pawns on light squares, but I could have also checked first. But now what can he do? Because I've got d7 coming. So if anything, I had the right ideas here. I might have won this game, but let's see. Let's see. Is this winning? No, he's got, I don't know. I'm not even sure it is winning. It's a weird position. Which pawn do I push first of all? It looks like it should be winning, but a very peculiar ending. So he wants to go here and here. Okay, so maybe is this winning or not winning? I don't know. So very strange ending we have here. And the problem is I need to get my king in order to win this. And if he goes f4, okay, I don't know if this is winning or not. I have to be honest because I want to get my king here, but I might be a little bit slow. So g4, f4 here, and I should have gone, you know what I should have done? I should have gone this move. That might have been winning. I could even be losing this, you know, because he's going to get passed pawns on both sides of the board. But c7 was a much better move because then my king could have come this way, I feel. Very bizarre ending, but I could have... Okay, he's totally blocked it off. And here, here, here. I can't see any way to win this. King here. Ah! Okay, we're just going to have to try and take a draw here, I think. I'm wondering if he's ever got this move, but that doesn't work. I should have been winning this ending at some point, but a very tough ending, actually. I assumed it was winning with 2 pawns there, but it looks like it's just going to be a draw, and we'll take the draw there. So, solid start. I wonder if that was winning, right? It must have. It looked like this position must have been winning around here. This might have been a better try, and I think this move might have been winning. The point being, we have the same ending, but he has to go king d7, and the point being, I can quickly show on the analysis board, I think that if I play this move, I'm winning. And the point being, he goes king here, and we play the same thing, and after we get the same position like this, I'm just going to put it on the board. I might have the winning move, pawn here. He comes here, here, and now he's in Zugzwang, and when his king moves, I now come here, here, here. And this is the difference. This is the winning idea. So I pushed the wrong pawn. Oh well, that was interesting, but I think I just pushed the wrong pawn there, right? Because this way I would have got my king into this. So quite a thematic thing. But the problem with d7 is that after king e7, even if my king gets to d5, I can't make any progress. So there we go. Okay, let's play another game anyway. And yeah, my time management is low. I'm an old man. I can't play quickly, you know. How do we get back to the proper board? So that was a missed win. That was a missed opportunity for me. And we're going to have to now play again. Can you rematch me? I pushed the wrong pawn. Okay, so it's basically first to 2 points, and it's half all in this segment. So I'll see if I can add a little score in. Let's just see. Hopefully this doesn't crash the stream. First to 2 points, and the score at the moment is 0.5, 0.5. And this is in the first segment, and this segment is the 5-minute segment. So so I think I was doing all right there, but I threw away a winning ending, which was never good to throw away a winning ending. Not the first time I've done that. Probably not the last time I do that, but let's try to get the next game on. So okay, so how do we do a rematch here? I should really know how to rematch. I'll wait for Andras to do it. He might be looking at the game quickly. Don't think we need to analyse the games too much, do we? And just to remind you, Andras is streaming over at his channel, so you can check out what he's saying about the games as well. There you go. Audio gone. Is the audio gone? I hope the audio's not gone. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Let's see. He can play king d7, not f3 in that line. But then I was thinking, Blair, if he goes king d7, I play king d5 and c8, or king e5 and c8. But it doesn't quite work. Doesn't quite work, does it? Okay, I'm not sure. Doesn't maybe quite work. So anyway, got the black in the next game, and hopefully we can just get the next game on straight away. And let's just see. I'm waiting for his challenge basically, but we don't want to be looking at the games too much. I think let's just get on with the next game. I'm just going to see if I can. I'll try to challenge him myself. I'm not very good computer-wise at challenging, but let's see. Create a game. And we're going to do 5 minutes, and I'm going to have the black pieces. Okay. Oh, come on. Let's see. Okay, Andras is in. Let's do it. Okay, we're in. He's giving me a challenge. So it's half a point each now, and he's now got the advantage of the white pieces. So I'm going to play the French defense. And that first game I was a little bit slow, so I'm going to have to play a little bit quicker now. And let's go for a mainline French now. I haven't played the winnerware for a long time, so let's try the winnerware out. This is the line I used to play against the French. I now play knight f6 a little bit more, but just in case my opponent has prepared. You know, I don't think you know it's too early for me to do any preparation, but I'm going to play. Often if you're playing someone, a lot of it, especially at high level, is mind games. And my opponent's now played a little move which theoretically is supposed to be okay for white, and I'm trying to remember what you're supposed to do here. Now taking here I don't want to play. I'm going to try to just play this move, which I recall I played about 10 years ago, and I managed to beat a FIDE master in some match with it. And the point is I simply develop a piece. I don't get involved with capturing on c3 because this helps his position. I bring the bishop back to b6, and I aim to try and hit this center very quickly. And I'm trying to basically saying he's discombobulated his position a little bit with a knight on e2. And what I mean by discombobulated is that knight gets in the way of the bishop there. And I can try to attack the center very quickly. So for example, knight f6, if he comes here, I might even be able to jump forwards, but otherwise I'm going to do something with the knight coming back, castles, and a quick f6. So when you play the French defense, when you play the structure, you have 2 pawn breaks normally after you set up this position. The first pawn break is pawn to c5, but I can't play that now. And the second pawn break is this move. So Andras putting the queen on this square. Now I may be able to take this one and develop with very quick moves, like my knight coming out and this coming out. So that's also tempting. Or I could just play my plan I had before. Maybe I've even got some crazy ideas like this. Queen there, g3, and I take here. I'm not sure about that one. Queen here, pawn here. Don't know if my queen's got any good squares. So taking, queen takes, knight here, queen h4, and then e5. Looks interesting, but I quite like keeping it closed, I think now. Here, and then where do I move my knight? Knight d7, hopefully get a quick f6 in. Let's go for this move. I might even be able to jump forwards, but I don't really want to start swapping on c3, because if I go forwards and take on c3, it allows his pieces to come into the game. So after e5, I'm not sure where I'm going to put the knight, but I'm probably just going to put it on d7, which looks a little bit funny, I agree, but I've got one plan, and my one plan is castles and f6, and I'm trying to bust his strong pawns here. So I'm trying to open up these pawns. You know, you never know, sometimes there might be a knight takes e5 sacrifice, but when you play in the opening, it's really important to know what moves you should be aiming to do. And this is in the end of the opening, the middle game. Now this is out of the opening theory, I'd imagine, but as long as you know that f6 is a main move, you should be alright. And it would be a lot more dangerous, this move, if his bishop was on d3, but I don't want to start exchanging pieces. So he's come here, and now if I castle, he's going to go bishop h6. And this is a strong move, I feel. And I have to give up the exchange then, which I don't want to do. So I have missed this move, which is a little bit annoying actually, because this is a very strong idea. So regretting what I played now, as is always the way. Because now how do I deal with this pawn? Don't want to play here because the bishop comes in. That looks horrible. If I castle bishop h6, can I get any play with g6 there? Takes, queen takes. I don't really believe I've got enough compensation there. So this was a strong move. Now king f8 I might have to play, but it's not the move you want to play, is it? So this was a good move. Anything else I can do here? Can I give that pawn any other way? So that was just a mistake on my part here to allow this. I forgot about this move, which is a standard idea. Thank you for another raid there. But g6, can I play this? I might play g6 because I really don't like moving my king, but my dart squares are so horrible here. And if bishop here, I've got to play f6, but it's not what I wanted. I didn't want to weaken my dart squares, my bishop over here. So this has gone a little bit wrong. So my wrong idea was knight f6, e5, and bringing my knight back here. I should have gone for another plan. So okay, so I was hoping just to get that move in, and I'm still going to try to play the f6 move here, which I have to play now. Otherwise I'm just lost. And I'm going to hope that this position is okay. But this kind of idea, obviously always a good move, using Harry scares me, because now my bishop would like to be back defending my dart squares. So not really what I wanted. Now can I try to play this move at the right time? So h4, castles, h5, knight here, bishop takes here, knight takes there. That would be okay. So if he goes h4, I castle h5 and I try to exchange queens with knight to e4, because in this position his queen is an incredibly dangerous piece, so I want to exchange off. But he's got other moves, of course, so maybe this position is not too bad for me. But even if he castles queenside here, I'm a little bit afraid, because what am I actually doing? Am I really castling into this kind of attack? Okay, so I'm going to castle, and I'm hoping that this move is playable after h5, because h5 will just checkmate me if I can't play knight e4. So I'm castling right into the attack. Do I have enough counterplay? I've got to play a move like e5 otherwise. Good move from my opponent. Now, scary stuff. Do we try to bring the knight around? I've got to move quicker now, so does Andras in this position, to defend my position. Do we bring the queen over? Do I even go knight here to try and defend? But then my bishop's totally in the wrong square here. So knight here, h5, knight f5, and I'm just going to get mated, I think. Queen d3. Let's try this move. And now something like this, but h5 is incredibly scary. So this has not gone right at all. And I'm going to have to do some groveling here. We're both a bit short of time, so I'm going to start moving quicker. It's just going to become a bit random, but this queen g3 was a real killer. And my position's looking all wrong, but I'm still in the game. I'm still in the game. We've got to try and just hold here. He can grab a pawn, but you'd want more. And I've got to try my best just to defend now. Something like knight g3 and bishop d3 scares me. Scares me a lot. But I'm not, it's not okay. So he's gone here. This is also a scary move indeed. And his time though is low. So how do we try and defend this one incoming? And that, such a move as that looks a little bit worrying, doesn't it? Okay. Oh no, my knight drops, so we're going to have to play this first. But I might be able to get it on time here. There's no increment in this game. And I'm still defending at the moment. At the moment, it's still just about defending. And I've got a little bit of counterplay here. I'd love to get the queens off, because it means I may not get checkmated, but he's stopping that move. Clever idea. And I've got to watch out for some bishop to c4 move. And here he comes, trying to do some nasty damage to my position. And is c4. Okay, I've got to go here. And I might be just about holding this position at the moment. Still not checkmated. My position is very, very scary. But he's got 4 seconds and 4 seconds only. And I've managed to, I think, hold my position together as much as I can. Oh, he's quick, isn't he? Oh, oh. Well, I'll take the win. I'll take the win. I think I mean, in some ways, I defended well. I got a good position from some defense, but then at the end there, Andras outplayed me when I had the winning position, and he was playing a lot quicker than me. I had a major time advantage. How did he get his time back there so much? He's got to be kicking himself there. But ooh, it is a rivals match. You've got to take the points. You know, you've got to take the points. At the end of the day, that's what the match is about. And obviously, I had a very bad position there from the opening. If we look at the opening very quickly, and it's always worth having a look there in the opening ideas. He played queen d3, and I should just play the very simple move here, 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 and now I can even take here. The computer gives taking on c3, and the point being this one's dropping. If he has to take with a pawn, well, this should be fine for me. I can do a number of things. I like this e5 move, but as the game went on, he's got a bit of an advantage here, but I managed to, I mean, because my dart squares, I managed just about to defend. And one of the main things I had to see here was that if he plays h5, which looks like it might be crushing, knight e4. This is why we both spent a lot of time in the opening, because had one of us played the wrong move earlier on, we could have been in a lot of trouble. And this move seems to be all right. He takes my queen, I take his queen, and I get the queens off, so I won't get checkmated. A little bit later on, I'm probably losing, so I only need to get a draw in the next game, and to win the 5-minute part. So I only need to get a draw here. But let's change the openings up, and let's go for a birds. Let's try to throw him off kilter with a birds now. And he might not be expecting this move. And I see the time. Actually, I'm just going to readjust so you can see the times. This will cost me a couple of seconds. Because I just realized the time thing is not quite right. So I only need a draw to win the 5-minute segment, but all the games have been incredibly close so far. So this is basically a reverse Dutch, and as I've noticed, Andras is an e4 player, so I often play this move when this could be a good move. This could be a good move, but okay. Could be a good move, but let's see. Can we play something interesting like this, or maybe queen e2? So I'm just trying to play a different opening, play it a lot of bit of thing. 4 minutes to 10 moves is a little excessive. Yeah, we're a bit slow, aren't we? We're a bit slow, Blair. We're gonna have to get a lot quicker as the time limits get quicker. That's why it's good to start with 5 minutes. because the next time limit is going to be 3 plus 2, and the next one 3 minute. But I only need a draw in this game to win the 5-minute section. So I've got to bear that in mind. So if I have a chance to take a draw, I can take the draw and I can win the 5-point section. So I didn't want to allow him to take here and swap queens. So I'm just going to try to play bishop here and something like knight e5. And I was thinking about moving my knight here, but I didn't want to run into b5 when my knight is dead. So I've got a bit of a problem with my knight here. But this kind of setup with the 2 bishops coming across the board, I think I've got him out of his normal opening comfort zone. It's Blazing is saying, why this man streaming at 3 AM? Well, we do live on a globe. You know, it's called the world, and it might be 3 AM where you are, but there are other parts of the globe as well, just in case you're wondering. And Andras is in another part of that globe, and so am I. So it's not 3 AM everywhere, just in case you're wondering. It's not a flat earth. You know, did you think it was a flat earth? No, it's not a flat earth. Okay, now I'm thinking about playing the knight in here and just trying to make it a little bit more dynamic. So I'm going to go here. I was a bit worried about the queen coming here, but I've got bishop here. So now let's put the bishop there. I think I'd probably want to take his bishop off the board because my bishop's quite good, but this is a very bad piece. So we've got to think about how we're going to deal with this guy. Do I just take here? Do I play knight here, or do I play it a little bit slower with this move and then bring the knight here? I'm kind of like not so sure about this, but I want to get my knight to c4 and I don't want to allow b5, so that's why I'm playing like this. Now he might be able to play b5 anyway, but I'm probably going to take something. b5 is certainly possible here, isn't it? If he doesn't play this, I'm very comfortable because I get a4 in. Now I've got to watch out for d6. And got to play a move like this now. So this is an annoying move, I have to admit. I kind of missed this one. And then he goes b5 anyway. Okay. So where am I going to put my knight? Well, I don't want to come backwards, but if I go here, he can't go rook a8. This has to be the right way to go. Got to come forwards, and I've got to try to use these squares for my pieces. And I'm hoping that my knights and my bishop, the way I've played this, I'm trying to maximize potential of my pieces, of course. And now just castle seems correct, but I got to move like this, kick his knight away as well, then maybe come in here. But I you know, castling can't be bad in life, can it? Well, we'll find out. Let's castle. Keep my options open. And I've got to remember in this game, the last game really was just on time. So I think as it is a rivals match, it's more about speeding up a little bit at this moment in time. So I could go c3, knight here, and c4. And my pieces are good, but he's got an extra pawn at this moment in time. Now I can take the bishop off. I'm going to do this move because his bishop is a very strong piece, but not just that, it means his knight can't come back to this square, which was the issue before because his knight was on f6 guarding that square, but now that his knight has moved away, this is no longer possible, and he has to put his knight somewhere uncomfortable, because if he goes back here, I take that knight and I can win my pawn back and I keep this tremendous bishop. So positionally, I think this is very pleasant for me. Now let's just keep it simple. We take here, but I want to keep up on the clock because that is something very, very bad at. And I might even be able to play a move like f5 and have some fun on the king side here as well. So he's stopping that. He knows me too well. So what next? Well, I'm just going to put my king there, which is a good blitz move to play. Get it off the diagonal. And his pieces are badly placed, I'd say. So he's good move there. And I'm gonna play g4 because I want to checkmate him. because I hear that's a good idea in this game. I hear checkmate is quite nice. I think he should go knight f6 now, and not sure what I'd do if he plays knight f6, but I'm hoping to get f5 in at the right time, and because his king's lacking that defender. Okay, now I have some knight jump as well. He wants to get this here, so I don't have a knight jump. So I think we have to continue just with the idea of checkmate. And if he goes knight here, I can take it. So I want to just make sure I move the pieces to the right squares here. But where are the right squares? Well, I'm going to put it here. And he can't move his knight in now because it's not defended. But my knight is starting to look a little bit silly over here. So what do we do now? Don't know if I want to play this move, do I? Okay, I'm going to play this move because it frees up my rook. I couldn't see a good way to get that knight in. So Andras has played this quite nicely, this part of the game, I feel. And I'm doing this, but I don't know if I like this. Yeah, because his knight is now coming into this good square. And his knights have found some security there. So I've thrown away my advantage, that is for sure here. Definitely thrown away my advantage. Okay, we'll take that one. But I don't like my position anymore. What have I done to my position? Silly, silly me. Silly, silly me. He's got knight here coming as well, which is really annoying. So I played some very bad moves there. Okay, I don't like this move, but what else to do? Because that bishop looked very good, and his knight, I want to stop the knight coming in there where he's going to win my bishop anyway. So I've gone for this because at least I've got a couple of threats on the board, and this is where I just got to move quicker, because if I get really short of time, I'm going to be in trouble. Now the rook coming here, so let's just do this. I think I'm a little bit worse here. But it's not totally tragic, this position. It's just my knight. I don't like my knight there. Okay, now he's got queen c7. Let's go back there to try and stop that move. And yes, I know you're threatening checkmate. I don't like this move. Oh my god. Oh, why do I play that? Oh, more coffee. For some reason I thought I stopped that. Oh no. You know, I had to play here. I had a great position. I had to play rook f2 here. Ah, Jesus. But then I'm a little bit worse anyway. Actually, queen g3 is the way to play. Ah, so it's 1.5 all. That was, I threw away the win there. I was so good at throwing away the win. We're keeping the tension. We're keeping the tension. So let's let's have a look at that game and analyze, because I must be doing well. And around, where did I start throwing it away? So I started playing some really bad moves there. And after g4, I should play c4. Right, keep the knight out that square. But this is okay. This is still okay. So next one is a decider, I think. Next game. And now b4 was a bad move. And at the end there, I'm quite a lot worse at the end, to be honest. It actually says checkmate is an unavoidable here. So h3. h3 is not a bad blunder, because he comes into this square anyway. So I'm actually already losing. I'm actually already losing this position. It's gone horribly wrong by here. So where it started to go wrong was, and my position g4 is okay, but pushing this was not as strong as I thought it was. I had to play c4 and control the d5 square. If I play this move, makes so much sense. His knights can't get into the game because he used this square and he used this square, and he can't do that. So if the next game is a decider, if draw, then draw for this part. Yeah, so if I play c4, I think I've got a very nice position, because now my knight can start to get back into the game. Somewhere like knight c6, knight b7, and we can bring it back. So this was the important move, and it's just taken away the squares for his knights, which is quite obvious when you look at it, actually, because f5, very normal move, but if anything, I weaken my own position. I'm not quite ready to play this. The threat is stronger than the execution, and at the end, even though I blundered checkmate, I'm actually losing here anyway. What do I do? If I play something like this, which I wanted to play, then I think he just comes in, and he's going to come over here, and it's this. Okay, well, he can now go here, and then here, and then here, and then he comes in. It's going to be losing anyway, so it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Okay, let's get it on. So this is the last game. This is the all-important game of the 5 minutes. First to 2 points. So what am I going to play here? I'm going to play the same opening that we just had, because I think it worked out well for me. And let's see what he does. So I'm going to play knight c6 again, and if he plays queen d3, we know what to do because we just analysed it. So we can take this. Is quite funny that I just looked at this on the thing, and we're following the computer's suggestion, which was bishop takes here. So remember, this is why it's good to sometimes look at your things, but it might not be that great. I mean, it looks okay. Now, I didn't look at it any further. Why didn't I look any further? Okay, I'm going to play this because it feels like the right move to play. But I don't know if it is, but it feels correct. Andras playing very, very quickly here. Have I fallen into some opening prep? I don't know. And I'm wondering what I'm actually doing now. Now I've played these normal looking moves. Do we just play queen e7? Because if he castles queenside, I can take over here. Maybe queen here is a way to play. Now I really don't want to. This all come down to this one game now to decide this segment, and this seems like a decent idea. And I kind of want to castle queenside, because castling kingside, I don't like the look of it. So he's closing it down. And now this knight has to go to a passive square. Is it better to come here because it has a better future? Or even over here maybe? No, because he wins my piece for that one. So he's going to come this way as well, which... Okay, I think I have to come back. But hang on a minute, his position's so easy to play. I don't see, this is it. Sometimes when you look at computer suggestions, yeah, the computer might be able to play it all right, but if you play one bad move, you get a horrible game. And I'm now worried that my position is not what I wanted. I've got to rely on some tactics like this now, because otherwise I'm just going to get smashed with knight here. But my development is bad. Don't like the way I've played this. Maybe I got tricked. So yeah, so I was following the computer analysis, but I didn't look further as far as I should have. And I actually preferred even the way I played in the last game to this. I even preferred that. Okay, but it's still a very interesting position. I've got to stop moaning and just concentrate on the game. God, early morning moan. And this one here is the idea, but I've got very bad development. So now if he goes queen here, I can take the queen and grab a pawn. If he castles, well, who knows? So he's gone c4. Now this check is always there. If I go knight d7, I can't get my bishop out. But how do I get my bishop out anyway? Can we play some funky stuff like this? Well, then his knight comes in, and then I go here. I'm going to go for this. Is this mental? Yes. Okay. Knight here, queen here. And this is obviously a little probing move. Knight here, queen here anyway. Ooh. Knight, and then he takes king here. Check, king here. How strong is this move? Knight here can also be met by castles, but then he's got like h3, and I need to find a strong move. So actually knight here is scaring me a lot in this position. Very scary idea. Now queen here, it might not be anything, you know. It's only the queen. Check, king here. I've got to go for that. Check. If I take, I get mated king here. And then rook here. So I've got to go for it. If he goes knight here, I've got to go here. But then like rook here. Check, bishop here. It seems a little bit, I don't seem to have enough pieces in the game. So what am I doing against this? Do I have to castle? But then he plays h3. Can he also just take, no, okay, so if he goes knight here, I've got a castle. And then after h3, yeah, of course he's found it. Then after h3, what am I playing? This is the issue. This is nothing. Bishop here. So this is complicated. This is this one. Maybe just rook d1. Check. Bishop e2. I don't really know what I'm doing with my bits. Queen comes back here. Can't even do that. I can take there, but it looks so wrong. Castle's h, just simply h3. And then queen here, you might even be able to take this one. And I'm going to get mated, aren't I? So, not so easy. Okay. So, I just don't know what I'm going to play here. Queen d4, I might have to try. I might have to try this move, but I don't know what I'm going to do after rook here. This is the simple issue. Okay, we're going to go for it because I can't. If I castle, I can't see any response to h3. So I'm going to try this. Now, you might be able to take here, but I think I go king f8. And if he checks me king here, so this is a much better move. And now maybe I can take these ones. Takes king here. Maybe that's what I should do. Take on c2, because this check just bishop e2, and he's getting all of his pieces developed. I can take there then. Rook f1, take on h2. Just don't believe it. This check bishop d2. So I'm not liking this. Okay, I'm going to go for this, but I'm just playing. Okay, he's moved this bishop back. That surprises me, but it might just be a good move. But it does surprise me. And castle's h3. Okay, my bishop here coming as well. Bishop back. Can I do this? Queen back here even. I've got to play quick now. I'm just going to stop talking and play. My position is a bit rough, but I thought he should have played bishop e2. This one's giving me some chances, I think. Some chances. Got good development over here, haven't I? Great development over there. And got to just play. There's no point thinking here. Now, he might better take that one, but I can't spend all my time calculating it. Just have to take here and try to get the king safe if I can. Only a minute, no increment, so it's kind of getting to bullet now, and we know how slow I am. Someone's getting flagged, says Blair. Yeah, I've got a nasty feeling I know who that is. Wow, he's going here and he's threatening checkmate. Great move. Great move. And now he's just going to try and kill me. Okay. Oh, that's a bad move, but my position. That's a bad move, man. Why did I do that? I was trying to get it. Okay, I can get the queens off and keep fighting. Is something. Have to get the queens off and try to just keep fighting here. But I'm going to lose the second pawn, so it's going to come down to the clock. But at least I'm not getting mated, which it was looking like I might be getting mated before. And this has some tricks, right? And, well, I say I'm not getting mated. Don't quote me on that, please. He can go f3 at the end, and can do this one. Still looks really scary. Time is what I've got to go for. My position's shite. See how slow I am. Ah, what the hell am I doing? I'm so bad when I'm short of time. I'm so bad. That was there. Oh dear. That is just like, I'm so bad with the mouse. But you know what? I think that was a fair draw. That was a fair draw in the end, because I was struggling in that game, and I mean, I won a piece at the end there. But when I get under 20 seconds, every move after that just becomes really tricky. So I guess we leave it as a draw there. So I'm just going to put the score somewhere. So the 5-minute segment is a draw, and I think I had some good chances there in the end. Had some good chances there. I mean, I'm pieced up there, but I just couldn't move the mouse. Okay, so let's just put draw in the 5-min to 3-min. We're going to have to move a lot quicker now. So to 3-min now. So draw in the 5-min. That was really very slow. I know it's early in England, but there's no excuses to be so slow, is there? But I ended up defending there, and I honestly think my position was so tricky. I had to move slowly, because had I not moved slowly there, I mean, I know I might have just got smashed. So I managed to just hold it together. I'm certainly worse at some point in that game. Sorry, 3+2 I think now, yeah? 3+2, I mean. So the way this is working, if you're not sure, we're playing first to 2 at 5-minute chess, and that is ended in a draw. I don't think we're playing, or do we do a playoff? Or playoff? Armageddon? I don't even know how to spell Armageddon. Let's just see. The next section we can do is 3 minutes plus 2 seconds. So one thing I now know, just move quicker. Just move that mouse quicker. And I don't think I'm going to play the French anymore. We're going to twist up the openings a little bit as we go along. Maybe play. I might even play the black line. Isn't 3+2 a longer time control than 5+50? Okay, we have Armageddon. So this is Armageddon. This is Armageddon. 1 game playoff. Let's just see. So we're playing as 2-2 now. Okay, just working. Okay, oh yes, one more game to decide. So keep playing until someone wins. Okay, so what I think we do, we need a winner, don't we? We need a winner in the 5-minute section. We can't leave it as a draw. Okay, we can't leave it as a draw. We've got to keep playing until someone wins. So what we will do, we're going to play 5-minute again until someone wins, then they win the 5-minute section. That makes more sense. We don't want draws. We don't want draws. We just got to keep playing. So okay, so let's play again. I get the white pieces now, and I'm going to go to d4. And this one, my new idea is no defending. I'm defending a bit too much. Attack, and also we're just going to go for quicker play. Okay, well I'm going to play the very boring but a line which I like, exchange Slav. Now I say it's boring, but I've got a very good score with this, and it's an equal position, but I feel that white has a nice advantage in this position. He's played the best line, and I'm just trying to remind myself the right way to play this. Something like this, I think, makes sense, because I want to try and come in these squares. And now we're going to gain the bishop pair, and of course this should be an even position, but I'm hoping more even for me, because I've got these squares for my knight. I don't know if this bishop is good or bad. Can he even go e5 here? Well, I don't know. But my idea generally, he has played e5 because he doesn't want to sit there and defend. Okay, so we're going to take that one. And I have to check the right way to play this line. Not sure if this is completely correct the way I played it, because I've got this pawn on e3 now, which I'm suddenly thinking I don't necessarily like. If my pawn was on f2, I'd be feeling a lot more confident here, but with the pawn on e3, it's like maybe this queen b3 was a little bit too much. So you've always got to think where you can improve when you're playing. Okay, and now knight here, he takes on d3. Then can I take there? Then he goes knight here, queen b6. Is that working? Can I put the knight into this square, which would help my position no ends? Or do I just, because otherwise he's going to go here, right? Okay, you know what? Just going to play here. That's a bad move as well, because why am I playing that? Because he's going to come in and hit this. Yeah, I don't like the way I'm playing this. Actually, he just goes b5 and he just goes queen here. Okay, I don't think he saw that, which is really good, because b5 is a very, very strong move there. So I'm going to try and get the queens off, because it's clear his queen is much more dangerous with this weakened square. He should have gone b5, no doubt about that. And then after knight c3, something like queen b6, and I can't defend there because king f2, knight g4 would have worked. So if I get the queens off, I'm better, because this pawn could be a weakness, but he needs to keep the queens on here. Like something like queen e7 would make sense. Then maybe I tuck the bishop back here, something along those lines. Queen e7, what else can I play? Well, bishop f1, knight c4, I take it, takes, it's okay, but maybe not an advantage there. Queen e7 looks like the right move for black to play here, and of course he's played it. So, and then this one maybe next move, but I'm going to get this bishop out of the way anyway. I don't really want some knight there. And now he can go knight d7, I just realized, and grab this pawn. So knight d7 is I've allowed him to win a pawn, but okay, maybe it's not too bad if the queens come off. Okay, he didn't go knight d7. And it's this pawn which is a real problem here. So the opening's gone a little bit wrong for me again. Not getting great openings, am I? At all. So what do we do about this? Queen here, he goes knight c6. Rook here, do I have to play? Very passive move, this one. I don't like playing such passive moves, but I also don't like losing pawns. So we'll play this and we'll defend the pawn. And of course he's coming in now. So on the defensive here again. One of these days I won't be, but let's see if I can get my knight back in the game now. Where does he move the rook? If he goes rook here, I'm hoping knight here works, knight to this square. So maybe this was a little bit premature. I mean, it does seem like I'm defensive, but it might not be that bad. Okay, the rook goes here, and I think we should just centralize sensibly, yeah? Let's centralize, because when the knight comes round, I can also attack his weak pawn in the position. And I'm quite solid here. I'm quite solid, so I've got to come back. And he could have gone there. Now, can I take this pawn? Why can't I take this pawn? there's only one way to find out, and that is by taking it, right? So we've managed to go pawn up. Now that is some good news. But his rook's coming in, he gets a little bit of activity, so let's keep the queen as positive as we can. Keep an idea on some checking and f4 ideas here. Now if I check and take the pawn, that's one way to play. If here, what does he play? This is my main idea, and I'm just wondering what he does against this one. Just because if it works, it's winning. I can't see what he's going to play, because this is a very strong pin. If he moves the knight back, lovely move. Lovely move. Of course, and now maybe I'm not so good anymore. I missed this move, just totally missed this move. I've got g3 actually. No, let's not fall for queen here, checkmate again. So I have to play rook e2. But he's getting quite active now. My bishop is quite a good defender, but I missed his queen h4. So it keeps him in the game, and in actual fact, this move now suddenly scares me. But I've got g3. Knight g4, g3. So he has to take, I have to go here. And this is a problem. Thrown this away again, you idiot. He's threatening this check here. Ah, dear. How could I play so badly inside these games? And this check is very annoying. And he's also threatening just to take here. So what do we play? Okay, I'm going to give him a check and come back to f3, because we might have to take a draw here, because I think he has too much pressure here. So I think I have to grab the draw in this position. So it was just that f4 move, and he had this queen h4 resource. So so we're going to go into another one. Another 5-minute game. But that was, again, I had the chances there, right? I just, f4 looked so strong, but missed queen h4, which was a nice move. Maybe I'm just about holding on after missing that move, but I should have played. Okay, we're going to keep going. So back into it again. First person to win wins the 5-minute section. And he wants to get a French. Okay, we're going to go for, let's go for g6. Let's play something a little bit different. I didn't want to go into a French defense again, so we're going to play some modern system. And we're going to a King's Indian defense, which I also play, but I don't know the theory very well. So I'm going to play this line, because it should avoid a lot of the theory. And now what do we do? What do we do here? Again, a5 maybe? And he's playing quickly, like he knows what he's doing, which is always problematic. The person I learned the King's Indian defense from, actually, I had a book on John Nunn's best games, and John Nunn was a great English player, and he used to play the King's Indian defense a lot. But I want to try to maneuver these knights now. So do I go backwards and then try to go for this one? Let's try that. And if he plays g4, at least he might not castle there. Okay, if he goes here, then, well, we'll play it and see what happens. If he goes f4, I might play g5, which I've seen as an idea in some positions. But if he captures and goes f4, then it's game on. Maybe I even block it up with c5 at the right time. I'm not sure I want to play c6 in this position, but at least this is a very dynamic structure now. And it's always nice to get this move in. So f4 would be the way that he tries to stop my attack, but I'm going to sack a pawn with g5 there. So he's gone for a more sensible approach, and he's going to play f4. This is the other way that you play this position. Now I can push on, but that's always there. I'm going to start moving these knights around, really. Now, am I worried about c5? Don't think so. Do I just slip the king? Do I throw the queen in aggressively? Do we just put the queen on this square? Lots to think about here. I think we're just going to put the queen here and hope for this, but I'm going to now again bunk up the speed I'm moving, so try and play a little bit quicker here. Remember, you can go and watch the stream over at Andras' channel as well. So he is streaming at his channel. Very underrated streamer and YouTuber. I don't want you to go away from my channel, of course, but you know, it's nice to support other players. And my plan here, well, I'm just trying to work out how to get these guys working. Okay, so he's played this move, which is interesting. He wants to come here. I think that's clear. So time to move the knight in and control this square first of all. Now I'm certainly going to go active here, like you do in the King's Indian. You don't go backwards in the King's Indian defense, you come forwards. And I'm trying to use this weakened square on e3. Might have e4 coming, so it feels again this is working out okay for me so far. I might even better get a queen a7 check in, or a bishop d4 check if things go right. One day you might even learn this. I call it Andras being dyslexic. I sometimes find it hard to to pronounce certain names, but Andras, Andre the Giant, it reminds me of. Okay, so now surely I can get rid of this bishop, which must be okay, but is there something better? Well, I don't know. We haven't got time to find better moves, have we? And now bishop h6 looks sensible, but I want to start getting my knight working somehow. Do we go this way even? Let's go this way. We'll go towards his king. Let's go towards his king, because that's how you checkmate, isn't it? Going towards the king. And maybe if he goes h3, I can come here. Then he has knight takes. I like having the dark square bishop. A timely bishop h6 might be correct. But here, I'm just trying to work out what I'm going to play against that. Knight here is certainly a sensible move. Knight takes, 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 takes. And I've got this incredible bishop. As long as I don't fall for some tactic here, my bishop is really, really strong. Very, very nice piece, and this should be like a nice advantage to black, because bishop can be very good in these positions, especially when there's lots of holes on the dark squares. So I think he should play this one anyway, because my knight's coming in. And then I have some choices. Knight here I'd like to play, but what if he plays knight takes here then? Pawn takes, bishop takes here. Knight here takes, knight takes here, gets really tactical. Looks okay. Knight takes here, he can't do because of the queen. So h3 here, knight, okay, if he goes pawn takes, just pawn takes, right? Then knight takes. And my knight is just hanging over there. So h3 here, pawn takes, knight g3. Is okay. So I'm thinking now if h3 I try to get in on the dark squares, and he's got a very tough position, hence why he's tanking a lot of time here. You think his internet might be down? Ah, really? Is his internet down? We're giving some extra time. That is okay. Let me know how much his internet is down, because I don't want to win on time. Yeah, fail. Okay, we'll give him some extra time, because it's not a good way to win in a match like this, right? I'll give him, I don't know how much time he had before. Anyone know how much time he had? Anyone know how much time he had? Can anyone remember before his internet went down how much time he had? Because we'll make sure he has that time. Did he have more than that? Did he have more time with that? Anyone know? I'm looking in the chat. Oh, I don't know. Okay, well, I have to keep playing. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go for this move anyway, because it looks, I think you've given him enough, maybe a bit more than he had. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll go here. I'm not winning by internet disconnection. No clue. You're not the only one with no clue. So I was hoping here, but this is where if I can play this move, fantastic position. He played h3 on 155 left. Okay, so but that was, I think it was the move before where his internet went down. Let's just concentrate on the game now. I think it's about the right time. So we can play f4, but can also do this, and this is a really nice position if I don't flaff it up again. He got this check, sure, but I got some attacks coming as well, and this is now very strong. Okay, now knight here doesn't quite work because of his queen. He's got to go queen here. Now this one, this check looks tasty, no? He's got king h2, game on, bishop f5. And the pieces are starting to fly. This one, I can hopefully just take it. And again, it's a position where I can only flaff this up. So I'm just going to try and keep my concentration here. Still a little bit tricky, you know, because he's got good coordination. Is he taking that one? I'm going to play this move, which I hope I've calculated okay. If knight takes here, we can at least come in, but I've got check in f3. If knight here, I go queen g3 check. So I've got to watch out for knight g5. We got the extra exchange and the extra pawn, but he's got very nice light square development. Okay, so we will now check, and rook d4 is the move I really want to play here. Oh no, because his rook's defended. So he's still holding it together, isn't he? Rook d2. Why am I still trying to play these moves? Unbelievable, this position's just not winning because he's got bishop d3. Okay, here. Got to play quick. Should have been easily winning, but I've managed to make it hard for myself. Not for the... Okay, I think I'm going to give a pawn back and try to get some ending. Queen e2, but... Okay, so he's going for this. And we have an ending which should be very good for me. I'm not worried about this pawn. I want to activate my rooks. And just play. This would be lovely if I get this one in, but I'm not going to. This is also an idea, but I've given him a pawn. A bit silly to do that. Come here or check. In we come. Yay! Ooh. Ooh. Okay, well, I think in actual fact that might have been an okay game. That might have been an okay game. I mean, it was a typical Kingsian defense, and it was a bit tough for Andras because his time went down there, right? Just going to put the score up here. Because his time went down, which is unfortunate because that's going to throw you off guard. But my position at that point was probably pretty okay, as it was. Now we're on now to the 3+2 section, and it's the same thing. First to 2 wins, or if we're 2-all, we go into it. So let's start that now. So 3+2 now, and we're back in. Did I have a simple win? I probably did have a simple win. Okay, he's got white in 3+2, so we'll see if we can get the same opening again. It worked out quite well last time. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I understand these positions reasonably okay. And I don't want to allow this kind of variation, so I'm going to stick with this and play this line. Now I don't know if you probably do play this here, but I'm going to stick with what we had before because it worked out all right. He's the one who needs to improve, so we'll go for the same variation and we'll see what his improvement is. So this is what we did before, and he castled. Okay, so we'll do the same thing, and he's going here. Wow, I'm very happy to see that, because now we can start our attack. Now, do I now close it down immediately or not? Am I worried about this? No, we're going to have a race situation. Now, I could be a long way behind in the race, but we won't worry about that because this one's coming. I'm not sure I should be playing this move, but I'm trying to keep it closed. And I'm just going to try and come over here with the typical h5 and g4. So this is the first match in the 3+2. And what my strategy is block up the queen side and then try and break through with this eventually and checkmate. Checkmate's always a nice idea, isn't it? So we're gonna go for that. Okay, now I'm really happy if he does that. So here, got to try and hope I can get enough play on the king side here, because obviously he has pressure over here, no doubt about that. So I've got to try and hope this creates some chances. I expect, you know, according to the computer, this position is just good for white, but you've got very good practical chances, and that counts for a lot, especially in a blitz game. So we're going for this g4. Still not ready to play g4, and the problem is if I move my knight here and play g4, he has bishop to h4. So not sure how I'm going to get this one in yet, but we don't need to worry about it yet. And he's now coming for my light square bishop, a good move. So if he wins this, I can't do much there, can I? Okay, that's a good move. Do we have to go rook a6 maybe? I think so. Can't see anything else. And now his queen can try to come in. He's certainly making more progress than me on that area of the board, isn't he? Queen b3. At least then I get g4 in. But I haven't really got many pieces in the right squares to checkmate in there. Normally, when you play these positions, you have much more development over there on the king side. You know, I already have a rook here. Okay, so he's played this, and he's going to try to come in here. So I'm going to have to play g4 and play some idea with g3, for example, to get some counterplay here. So this is now feel pretty much what I've got to do. Otherwise, I'm not going to get any initiative on the king side. I'm going to try to bring my queen in to continue things over there. Now this move, no, okay. Here he can take here, which I didn't see, but yeah, that's annoying, right? Yeah, I just seen he can take my bishop. I take here, then his queen comes to b7. Then bishop h6. Okay, we have to go for it. We have to go for this. So we have to play this, and we have to try. He's got his knight coming here. This is a good plan. This is a good plan. I have to take this one. No choice. And now something like this, right? He can take it though, can't he? So I need to get my dot here. He can take it, which I just missed. Bishop check, king here, check, queen h3, which is very annoying. Can I go rook b6? Takes e4. Wow, look at this. Ridiculous move, but we're going to give it a go. Rook, queen takes here, e4. Doesn't really deserve to work, and it probably doesn't work, but desperate situations, right? I mean, something like queen d3 might be a clever response here. e4, and it's annoying. I thought I had e4 and the bishop coming in, but he has this queen h3 always to block the checks. Okay, this probably doesn't work, but we're going to try it anyway. And the idea now is check, checkmate. But we're quite a lot of pieces down here, and this is also a good move. Okay, but he's got this one. He's got this one. King comes up here. Can't be working, can it? Can't be working. Bishop F's, okay, here. And here. It's too slow. This must be too slow. Must be too slow. I want to get my knight to f6, you see. If I get my knight to f6, it's maybe playable. Maybe playable, but I don't know. But it's quite a fun line, right? So this is the idea. I want to go here and here, checkmate. If he goes rook here, I go king h6. If he goes here, then I have to play here. And then he's got check and queen here, checkmate. Very clever. Very clever. You just had to calculate a bit carefully there. But I got this one, right? This was the other idea. And then queen here and bishop back. So this is the other idea that I had up the sleeve. Queen here and the bishop comes back here. So he's had to give up his rook now. It's a very good defensive move. Very good defensive move there. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that was not really the move I wanted to play. Okay, it's a mouse slip, but maybe my position is losing there anyway. Oh, it was interesting at the end. Then it was a pity. It was a pity to end like that. Okay, so 1-0 to him there, but it was a very interesting game. But probably losing at the end there anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, this bloody system. Oh, come on. XSplit has XSplit is just frozen. I'm just going to restart the stream. It's really annoying when this happens. I'll be 1 second. Don't know why it does this. Let me restart the stream. I hate it when XSplit is a really bad program, but it's the only one I know how to use. So I've just got to restart. Okay, hopefully we're back now and you can hear me. Should all be all right. Just refresh, and can you now hear me? So there's this little bug with XSplit, and if you're trying to do things during a broadcast, things malfunction. So okay, so I don't know. It was an interesting game. I'm probably losing at the end there. 3 min. 1-0 Andreas. Okay, I think I won't keep the score. Blair, I'll let you keep the score if that's all right in the chat. So, because otherwise things will start crashing. But yeah, well, let's just very quickly just have a look at the end there. So, I think I'm always losing. So it's probably always losing at the end. And yeah, so I'm that mouse slip. It didn't really make much difference there because I'm already lost that one. So we get another one on, and Andreas is now in the 3+2. I have to not lose this game. If I lose this game, he's won the 3+2. And we're going to go for Trompovsky here, and we're going to go for the Raptor. And now I've got to remember what I'm doing here. this one maybe. And I'm gonna take here and play this. Is this possible? So I'm one down. Blair, I'll let you keep the score for people in the chat if you want. And yeah, the engine for losing my queen there was certainly dubious. And I don't know about this position. How is this position? This is quite an interesting position. I guess I should be trying to get this knight to c3. But whether I get it there on time, I'm not sure. Maybe he can do this move. And I don't really want to play c4 in these positions because his bishop's going to be very good on this diagonal. So if he goes knight here, we'll probably have to sacrifice this pawn somehow. Maybe we give it like this. Okay, so he's going for this idea. I have to come here, and it's a similar idea. Now bishop here is an option I now have, and I don't see a reason not to play that, which I didn't have if the knight was on this square. If he goes b5, I take it, a6, I go a4, and if I get a couple more moves in, I'm going to be quite happy here, I think, because of d6 at the right moment. So let's aim for this d6 move if he continues with bishop to g7. Bishop g7, we're going to go d6 and play this. Okay, well we certainly can't allow b5, so we have to put our foot down on that move. And bishop g7, d6 is what I'm relying on. I'd like to go here. So another candidate move that you can play would be something like bishop to g4. That looks like a good move. And then I'd have to play queen d2 and try to get my knight around like that. And he's played it. So he's finding the good moves. So I'm gonna play this and again try to get the knight here like this. Now if he takes, okay, so I think we do get the knight to c3, and it's a really weird position here. So d6 I really want to play. If he castles, I take here. Yeah, let's go d6, otherwise it could just be a little bit worse. If he castles, I take here, and he might be able to sack the exchange somehow. And this one I was hoping I had knight here, but I've just realised he just castles then, which is annoying. Ooh, that's very annoying. So can we do something else like knight here? I think we have to try something like that, yeah. Let's go in. We've got to play around this pawn. So knight here, he would have just castled. So knight here, if he castles, I can take on this square. If he takes here, I go queen takes. Bishop e6, I take. So he grabs this pawn, but I might have some compensation now on this one, unless there's some tactical idea as well here. It's very annoying I can never get a rook to this square. So I'm gonna just have to play it, and we can't lose this game. Now do I have this tactic again? Well, I think so, so I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna move a little bit quicker now. It's the second time we've got this little move in, and it means I can grab my pawn back and keep a hold on the d5 square. I always had compensation there for the pawn. Does he have a knight move? I don't think he can move his knight. I hope not. I mean, if he takes, I take on f8. He takes here, I go king here. I think he. Oh, he has. He's got this knight move, which I did not see. But what happens if I take on f8? Takes queen d5, bishop here. Ah, fuck. That's very annoying. Okay. Now what about bishop f6? Takes queen here, queen e6, queen here, nothing maybe? So, need a good move here. Need a good move. So really not a good move here. So takes here, 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 and then h5, and we okay. We got to let's do that one. That's probably the best shot. The best shot is to go for this. Now, if he moves his knight back here, so I've got to try this and h5, and we're going to have to rely on our best friend here, Harry, to try and do some damage. So he's trying to get the queens off, which we don't want to allow. And of course he's better here, and if I lose this, I lose this segment. So this is bad. Let's try to fight as much as we can here. That was a nice little tactic he came up with. I mean, it's still a complex position. Still a complex position. I want to keep it on the king side, really, but I can't see how. I can't lose this one. Yeah, tricky position. He's playing well. Castles bravely. That's a bad position anyway. So, okay, I have to take here and keep some chances alive. Some chances in the position. Let's flick that one in. Don't know why. Just a complicated position, this one. I don't know. F4 I want to play. You've got to play the moves you want to play when it's blitz. So let's just play this one. But it might be a little bit slow. How am I doing anything? And he's got rook there coming in. Oh, I can't see what I do here. Can't see what I'm doing here. I mean, desperate lunge, but his rook's coming down here, so this is the problem. And his rook comes down there. It's bad news. So my king is not Mr. Happy, is he? He's not Mr. Happy here. And he's getting more unhappy by the second, I feel. He's getting more and more unhappy. Where is he going now? Thought rook g8 check was a killer there. I had that checkmate in one. I had checkmate in one. I had checkmate in one. Oh, bloody hell, Williams. And now it doesn't work, of course. Oh, Simon. Simon. Simon, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Checkmate in one. Checkmate in one. The brave king wanders into the face of doom. I don't know why I'm still trying to win this position. It's a little optimistic, but I am threatening checkmate. Good move there, stopping my checkmates. And oh well, that's lost. Okay, that was bad. Oh, I missed that queen f6 a little bit too. So it's one leg all, and now it's down to 3 minutes. So that was bad. I didn't get great positions in that one, did I? So we're one leg all, and it all comes down to the 3 minute section now. Missing some chances. So whoever this next section is going to decide the match. The 3 minute section. So straight 3 minute, first to 2 points, and I don't think I'll try to add in the chat here because it always goes wrong what the score is, unfortunately. We're trying not to do that. And 3-0 now. Okay, let's do it. Let's go to 3-0. So whoever gets the first to 2 points in 3-0 wins. And it all comes down to this. So it's going to be a lot quicker. Going to have to move quicker. And what happened in that last game? Well, I don't know about the opening. I probably won't be trying that again. What are we going to go for next time? Just thinking about what openings to play. We might go for some very aggressive e4 stuff. And as black against his... Do we play the kings in defense again? Getting some fun positions there, but Andras is playing them quite well. I think I'm going to play the kings in defense, but I'm not going to play this c6 move. So you've got to think how you're improving for the future. And if you remember the last game I was playing in the King's Indian, I was playing c6, but that seemed to be like a bit of a waste of time. So I think we'll go King's Indian defense, but we will basically avoid playing this move, which might help his queenside play. And against any Grunfeld stuff, okay, well, let's get it on. So let's come down to this, the last segment, and it's 3-0, and this will decide who the winner is of this rivals match with Andras. Did I spell his name wrong? Oh my words, I can't believe I spelled his name wrong. That's really bad in the title. That's really bad. Sorry, Andras. That was really bad. Okay, anyway, let's get it on. My mistake. So what did I say I was going to do here? Okay, so I'm just going to bang out this King's in defense again. So we have an idea, and he's gone for this. Okay, I didn't expect this. Now, very sharp line. This one could be a lot of fun. This is 3 minutes. It's no increment at all, and we're gonna try to go for the king side attack, and he's gonna go, sorry, queen side attack, he's going for king side. So this is all very standard stuff so far. I don't like this move from Andras. I think he should keep the position open, because now I can castle and I'm like generally pretty happy. But I'm gonna try to make some headway on this area of the board. This is where I'm strongest. Now we can even take with a pawn here, but knight takes, I don't know, was knight takes correct there? Maybe not actually. Maybe I should have taken with a pawn, but too late, because I allowed this one. We can go e5 and play d5 at some point, hopefully. So important to keep up on the clock now. So at the moment I won the 5 minute, Andras won the 3+2, and we're now coming to the straight 3 minute to decide who wins this rivals match. It's only first to 2 points. I'm glad we didn't do first to 5, because we'd be going on forever, and I need to get some breakfast and another cup of coffee after this. And Andras has gone into a deep think here. Let me know if he's having any trouble with his internet, yeah? Because if he is having any trouble with his internet, then we'll have to change. Okay, now this certainly I can take here as well. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep my king as safe as I can, meaning I'm going to keep this bishop. My bishop becomes terrible, but maybe with d5 it will come to life again. And if he plays f4, my bishop comes good again. So I'm just going to try to play this one, and now it must be the right time to, I mean, rook d8 first even, no? Do I castle queenside? No, I can't. Okay, here, takes, 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 takes. Let's play this and just go for d5. Keep it as controlled as we can. I'm even going to castle first. See where he puts his pieces. This should be a good position for me now. He's gone here, very brave move there. So I'm going to swap my plan and not go for d5. Just going to try to checkmate him. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? And what pieces do we exchange off? Maybe his bishop. Let's exchange that one off and push over here. And let's keep going. And my rook probably wants to be on this square. for anything that's happening now. And I probably should have gone b3 earlier. He's got his knight to a very good square there. I'm tanking too much time. What am I doing? Just play a move. This is not a good move, but just got to play a move, yeah? Okay, and he's trying to keep it now all closed over there. Which he's done, but this pawn is very weak actually, so this is, maybe he shouldn't have done that. Maybe that was the wrong plan that he played. But it's going to come down to the clock, so it doesn't really matter, but this is good for me now. Sacking his queen wisely, I think. Keep that blockade. Fuck. What a fucking idiot. Excuse my French. That was really dumb of me. But luckily my position was so good. It might not be completely tragic. Just a little bit tragic. It's still tragic. It's still tragic when you play a move like that. Still tragic. Okay. Ah, oh, right. Complicated position. How do we do this? How do we do this? No time. Don't think I can win that. Well, that was just a little bit of a blunder there, but I'm obviously doing very well there. I don't think I can do anything in this position, no. This is just a draw, I think. So it's half point, and we'll just see. We'll just try to put the analysis on here, but pretty good game. I mean, up to this point, just doing well. In actual fact, it says Queen D7 is good here, but even at the end, just E4 is the wrong move. I just need to go check and take there. So that was silly. I thought E4 was winning. This move E4 I thought was winning, but this idea of D5 I missed. Just giving up the piece. Otherwise E4 would have been a good move, but the simpler way would have been to check and take here. But if we go back to this position, D5 clearly wrong. I just have to play rook here first, and then I play D5, and it would have been a good game then, because I'd be easily winning. But right, so it's half a point now. So the score so far in the 5-minute section, I won. In the 3+2, Andras won. So it's all on this one. In its first to 2 points, it's half a point each. And Bjorn's just reminded me of a meeting in 20 minutes. Thank you, Bjorn. I'm just waiting for Andras to challenge me. We've got a G-chess meeting in 20 minutes. So this is the website that me and Bjorn are developing. Bjorn in the chat. So back to work after that. But let's hope we can get the next game in quickly. So I can make that meeting. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Bjorn. Now, apparently Queen C7 was a blunder, right? Because it allows bishop takes b5 check. God, yeah, got to be careful. Got to castle kingside more. But okay, so it's half each. It's getting very tense now. It's first to 2 points. If anyone wins the next game, they're big favourite. Very close match as always. And I'm just going to see, how do we rematch? Because got to get to this meeting, Bjorn. Got to get to the meeting. So I'm just, how do we, I don't even know how you rematch. Okay, let's go, Andras. Normally Andras challenges me. So, very, very tense. Come on, get the challenge in. Okay. How do I rematch then? What am I pressing? Why is my computer doing funny things now? Let's see. Okay, yes, go here. No, I don't want to look at all these games. What's going on? What's going on? I'm just looking at, it's quite funny when you see some of the spectator comments. It's like, bad play, Ginger. I know, it's early, that's my excuse. They're you know, their thing. Go back to the last game, he already offered you. Okay, how do we go back there? Oh, God. Go back to the last game. I'd love to go back there. No, that's not right. How do we get to that game? Okay, nope. Can you challenge again? Let's ask. Can you challenge again, please? My fault for trying to analyze games. So, no challenges. Okay, I'm sure it will come in soon. Where am I going? Oh, here it is. Good. Okay, good. We're in. Okay, so it's half a point all, and I haven't played e4 yet, so we're going to wheel out e4 in this game. And we're going to go for just some crazy stuff. Wing gambit. In we go. In like Flynn. And now we're going to take here. The other move's c4. And this is where it's going to be a little... I don't know if he's prepared this at all, but if not, good. c3. This is all in my Grandmaster Gambits course for Chessable. So I've looked at this all before. And Bjorn, you may need to tell what's his name that we could be a little bit late for the meeting. Now this move I have looked at, and I'm trying to remember what I said. Now this is actually given in another course. Have I just blundered immediately? No, queen takes is probably forced because of this check. And I'm pretty sure this is still in the Grandmaster Gambits course, but memory. Equal material. My pawns are disgusting, but maybe my bishop is okay. Is what I'm hoping. But my bishops are quite good. So my bishops are good in the open position. But my pawns are horrible here. So I think this might be in my Grandmaster Gambits course. If only I had a good memory, I would know. But I don't. If he castles now, I take on f6. This is the course, Simon. Well, thank you for reminding me. I'll have to check this on GChess afterwards. Because this is a key game. This is a key game. It's half a point at the moment. First to 2 points. I'm just trying to cause this problems towards him. So I'm going for tactical piece play, but if my initiative dies out, I'm going to be positionally lost because my pawns are all over the shop here. Now, I don't know what happens if he takes here. Okay, well, we'll find out, won't we? Do I take here now? Oh, God. Or do I just play something like this? I'm going to play this because it develops a piece and it keeps my threats alive. Rook takes here, check, king here, takes here, takes here. Very interesting that was. But this is a simple move to play in blitz chess. I might even castle, but then I've got to watch out for other ideas. So I'm a pawn down now. I've got to try to keep this initiative going. Now I don't have bishop here, which is annoying. Yeah, I'm starting to doubt the use of my last move, I have to admit, because this is just a good move. Now my king's looking, he needs one more move to get happy here. Should have maybe gone king there, shouldn't I? That was in the course, I feel. Oh, so easy after you play it. Okay, let's... Is there any way we can keep this fighting here? And d3. Not sure I like it. Not sure I like it. This is very bad very bad play there. He's much better prepped than me, that's for sure. Okay, it's only a pawn. His pieces over here are bad. His game still on. So let's just play chess and play chess quickly. Makes sense. Let's do that. Got okay. Comes there. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. It's gone a bit wrong, as you're probably gathering, but it's still a little bit murky, so it's not the end. This is the end. Our only friend, the end. Pieces, what are you doing with yourselves? Yeah. Can't see what you're doing anymore. Don't really want to take this one, do I? It's a little bit. 20 seconds, Jesus. Doesn't matter what I do, got to move. Got to move. If I take there, he goes rook here. There's loads of little problems in my position, which I'm now seeing. Maybe I have to go king c1 next. King c1 next. Before I take this. Fucking hell. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. Ah, this is gone, yeah? Absolutely gone. And he's quicker than me. Okay, well, it's 1.5 half, so I have to get 1.5 out of the next 2 there. And I'm realizing that I should have probably done a little bit more prep on my opening. So I'm gonna just analyze that one, just see where I went wrong. But it's not over yet, but that's given him a very big head start. And if we have a look at how things went, then yeah, I kind of knew that this was the wrong move when I played it, right? So what I should be playing, I should have just gone for this move straight away. Rook takes g7. And if he goes check, then just here, and if he takes here, well, maybe I can just even take here, and I've got loads of play. But also taking here, knight here, bishop here, so easy to see afterwards, would have been a lot better in the position. So this one with chances against f7 there, so that's where it started to go wrong. But it's not over. He's 1.5, I'm on half, so he needs a draw to get to the to win this challenge. So I need to win the next game, need to win it, whatever so we need to win the next game. So let's get it on. Okay, let's go. Let's see if we can get it on. I have to wait for his challenge now. But interesting opening. But I think if we look at that again, it was just this silly move, knight a3. Did I have any chances after knight a3? It always seemed I was a little bit worse here. But maybe around here, knight d6. I just didn't see knight d6. Why didn't I see knight d6? That's where I put my knight there, yeah? After this one. Okay, so he plays here, but I should go knight d6 anyway. So we're going to have to play a lot better in the next 2. So let's bring it on. And I'll ask him, are you okay to challenge? And let's hope he can challenge me quickly, and we can just come back from this match. So we'll wait for his challenge. How are you all doing in the chat? Still quite early over here in England. Supposed to have a meeting in 5 minutes, so please get your challenge in quickly, Andras. Please. Hope you're doing all okay. We have Curious Chimpanzee, Nakamura Army. Good morning to Italy. And I think we will go for the perk King's Indian Defence again in the next game, because that looks interesting. No challenge coming through. Come on, Andras, get your challenge in. You can let me know if he has challenges and I haven't found it. Maybe that's something that's happened. But this doesn't seem that simple to sort out. Who do I think is going to win the World Championships? Well, I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think, to be honest. A lot closer. And I'm going to have to tell him I need to... Oh, you said not coming up. Okay, said it's not coming up. Weird. Let's see if you can do it again. Okay, great. He's done it again. Sometimes it doesn't seem to be coming up, the challenge. So it's come up now. So in we go. And we'll go back to this stuff and just see how we get on this perk variation that we had last time. It's okay. He's played the main line, which is a very challenging variation. And it's a long time since I looked at this. I think this idea and this is the move that is recommended for whatever reason. So we're going to go for this line. And again, another tactical mess in the center of the board. And a game that can't be drawn. It has to be won here. So who do I think is going to win the World Championship? Well, I think it's going to be very close, but I think Magnus is probably going to win it. But I think the odds are probably, I think they're as close as like 55-45 in Magnus's favour. So I think Nepo could certainly has a good chance to win the World Championships. You know, I think it's going to be a really exciting match, and yeah, I mean, just going to be a joy to watch, right? Don't know what you got. Who you guys think is going to do it? Okay, something like this or Queen D6 seems natural. Let's go for this one. And now I'd like this move here. Do we play C6 first or do we come in? Okay, we haven't got a lot of time. That's one thing I keep forgetting. So I want to play here, but I wanted to avoid this one. Okay, he's come back. And now H6 seems normal. Don't want something coming here. I have to play this in, surely. With G5 ideas on the agenda. I've got Queen B6 check in a lot of lines, which is useful. I really want to play here now, but it looks a bit crazy, right? Do we go this first? Okay, punt this one in. Bishop here coming. Stop that one. Stop that move. He's got knight a5. He's getting a little bit of pressure over there, so I need to start doing things over here. We're gonna have to give it. Oh no, because then this is very weak. So okay, we'll allow you to put your bishop in to the position. Not much I can do about that. And can we get anything on this king side? It's another very exciting position here. But so far, G-Chess meeting now. Thank you for telling me that. It's very, very kind of you. We're going to have to throw everything at him with some crazy stuff like this, but that doesn't work because my knight's on priest. So let's guard that one first. And now we have to do this, I think. But I'm not sure how my pieces are getting in. Oh, let's just go forwards. Sod it, it's come to that time of the day. Of course he wants to get the queens off. So, only option here, and he's going to go check. Ugh. It's a good move he played. If I take, it's bad. I have to allow this check, but it's going to be mate, isn't it? This is just not good at all. Could be the end of Mr. Williams. Can't see how I can do anything here. I have to take the queen, I think, but then it should be quite easy. I'm just a piece down. And this pawn is crushing it as well. He wants to do some naughtiness over here. I see. One trick left, and he's got rid of that trick. That's a good move. That is a good move. And this is basically the end now. This pawn is going to be unstoppable. My time's bad as well. Oh, he's wrapping it up now. Random chances, not really here. Look at that. Nice finishing from Andras as well. He played a very good match. His openings are very sharp and his play has been very good, so congratulations to him. Started well for me, and as often I got some pretty okay positions, but also as often I played them pretty badly, and this one would have finished the job there, but this is also good enough. And trying to have to win this position might be a little bit tricky, so well done, Andras. It was a good match. You did well, deserved winner. And I had some chances throughout, but this one would be interesting to see where I went wrong, because he played it well, and let's just see where it went wrong in the theory. So it seems my position is very bad quite early on. After around here is half a pawn advantage, so bishop c4, a6, a bit of a mistake. Maybe I need to get on with stuff like this, but it's a slightly worse position for me here. Bad opening choices today. Won't be doing this again. And queen b6 didn't work. Any chance later on? This was a really smooth game from my opponent. He played well throughout. If you look at the scores, I don't really have a chance. It's not the position I wanted. I was trying to get this kind of stuff in, but it was never really happening. Cheers, mate. Well played. So very well played to Andras. It was a good game. A bit disappointing, obviously, especially after the win in the 5-minute. And the next section, well, had some chances, threw them away. And in this section, well, my openings was getting these bad positions. That's my excuse. But he played better than me. Deserved winner. Need to go back to the drawing board. And next time we play, gonna have to make sure I do a little bit of homework beforehand, I think. Can't even remember the games now. What I might do very quickly, which could be interesting, I'm just going to have a look now for my own benefit on this website that we're creating, just to see where some obvious changes could have been done. So let me just go here, and I want to have a look at the opening and look at what happened. So I just want to see where my openings were mainly going wrong. But thank you all for watching. It's been fun. I hope you now have a good day wherever you are. Gonna get another coffee here, probably need a cigarette after that one, and wake up a little bit. And just while you do that, I can see here in this first game that in this position knight e7 is not even the main move. So maybe this was the start of my problem. This knight was really bad in this game, but if I do move the knight to b4, why don't I do that, just hitting the bishop? That makes a lot more sense, gaining a little tempo. And I'm just going to see what it says here. I should be subscribed considering I made the website, but I might have signed out. So okay, well, that's interesting. Let's see if I can just sign in, shall we? I'll probably signed out another time. Oh no. And the other games I had there, well, just want to see where things changed here with the black pieces. Okay, bishop b7. This game was all right. Didn't need to worry about that game. And see what other improvements here. I had the black pieces again here. I'm in with a different account here. a5. This move I kept playing was not the main move. The main move being knight g4. I'm just gonna have a look at this actually. This move. One thing you should do if you're getting in trouble in the openings, which I did, which I was doing, you should certainly look at your openings and make sure it doesn't happen again. So I'm just gonna sign in with my account. Actually, I'm signed in with another account here, and just check these games again. So this one, where I played knight e7, if I get this position again, well, knight d4 is the most commonly played move actually, and quite a lot of strong players have played this. What does the encyclopedia say about this? Okay, well, let's have a look about the options. So knight e7 has been played quite a lot, but it does seem a bit better for white. Knight d4, let's have a look how this goes. Knight takes here. Wow, this gets a bit complicated, doesn't it? Knight takes e4. It's the kind of thing you need to play if you really know your opening stuff. Knight takes e4. And now bishop takes e5. This looks okay. Alright, so that's handy. And what other games were I getting in trouble with? See if I can find some improvements in the other games. This was the perk. This was alright. What game was this? Another perk. Seems okay. This one. Aha. Okay, so this was a very important game. And the funny thing was, remember I had two games where I got this position, the French, and I wasn't really sure what to do. And this move was the move which I seem to recall was okay. I played d takes e4 in another game and I got in a lot of trouble. So let's just have a look at the theory there. We can maybe have a look at the game. And after this one here, this is how the game went. And now I played e5, if you can remember that, which didn't work out well because after bishop g5 I got really tangled up. But it seems like this Grandmaster Lopez played knight e7 here. This maybe makes a lot more sense, right? The knight comes around to just defend the king side. That's a much better move. So I have to remember these moves for the future. And I've also got c5. Okay, interesting. And the way I did play it though, knight f6, e5, I played this knight back here. And again, this seemed to get me in a lot of trouble in the game, even though we managed to win. Knight g8 being a much better move here. Because what this system finds, it finds moves where you've played a bad move. So it will find a move where you played a bad move, like knight f6, and it will find improvements for you and give you those resources here. So if I click here, hopefully this is working. Oh, okay, it doesn't seem to be working at something. And the other games I'm just going to look at. This was the other one, my King's Indian Defence, where I was getting some interesting games, but instead of playing a5, these are the other main options, and it gives the best options first. So knight g4 must be the main move. Let's have a look at what the theory says about this one. I kind of knew that this must be the main move, but I didn't know the theory of it, so I didn't want to go into it. Thanks for the raid there, Nixans. And you had that very interesting game against David Howe in the Euros. Thank you very much. Cheers. And after this, well, bishop g5 is what's played. f6, bishop h4, and I was thinking about this when I was playing, and I've seen this position many times before, but what's the right strategy? And now this one is given as best, with the idea of going g5 and f5 next. Makes a lot of sense. Let's see if this has been played before. Okay, well, there's some strong players that played this, so let's see how one of these games went. Knight here, and now a5, f3, knight f7, a3, and this. Yeah, this is all very common stuff with the bishop trying to come in here. So this is in the king's in defense, an opening I don't know so well, but after knight g4, that's the move to play, isn't it? Okay. It's weird that my move a5 hasn't been played before. And other openings, let's just have a look, see if we can find anything else in the games that I played. This was the first game, wasn't it? And here I played bishop h6, and it seemed like I was a little bit better, but as the deep analysis goes, that was maybe a little bit of a flash move. Probably better just to play bishop e3 here when I got, well, according to the computer, a nice advantage. And let's just see what is brought up there. And if we go to my chessable course, wow, okay, this is actually my chessable course, so this will jog my own memory. And this is like how many times, the reason we created this is like how many times, there's quite a lot of rubbish outside, do you basically like trying to learn something from a book or a video, and then you play some blitz games and you forget sometimes. So at least this, what we've created here, will tell you where you forget. So instead of going for this flash bishop h6 move, bishop e3 seems to be the better move. And I just want to, I don't know if Bjorn's listening, I'm just thinking it'd be nice if, when it comes to this position, Bjorn, if it goes straight onto the board, but it's not a big thing. I just have to scroll and find the move now, which is a bit annoying. So bishop e3, and where are you? Knight d5 is what I played. So we had this position, castles, castles, queen d7, and bishop e3. So okay, so when we transpose, and it says bishop h6 is tempting, so this is the move I was thinking of here, right? But then this knight takes d5 and knight c3. Ah, okay, so that's why bishop e3 is better. And now f5. Okay, how do we play this position? And and this transposes back into the main line. Okay, so we'll go to the main line. So f5, bishop e3, queen d7. So how do we play this structure? Just trying to learn. So queen d2, calm. And after rook e8, the kind of stuff that Andras played, we played rook c1. And I kind of remember this now because we're going for a queenside play over here. King h8, and now b4. Just trying to play on this area of the board. Knight c8, and pawn takes here. This is what I remember you do, is you take here at the right moment, and then you continue with f4, depending on what they do. So if bishop takes, you don't continue with f4, you do something else. So I'm trying to remember. d4, play in the middle. Okay, and this is the way to play. So all I'm doing for me now, all I've been doing is, I just had the match with Andras, and well done for Andras for winning that match. It was good. It was a close match, but always annoying to lose. Always seem to lose these rival matches. But he did play very well, and was a little bit sharper than me. So all I've been doing is just checking out the games I had against him on this system, and using basically GChess, which is this website that me and Bjorn in the chat have created, and I've just been trying to find improvements on what I could have done there. So if we get another match in the future, at least I'll be better prepared, and that's the idea. So Bjorn, you are in the chat now. The last thing, I've got to go and have a meeting with Bjorn now is, I tell you what, it would be nice, what we probably need to do is, like, when you're actually moving the pieces, like here, if the text scrolls with the move you're doing, if you are still there. So that would be nice, Bjorn. But anyway, okay, well, I'm going to have to end now because I've got to get back into work. But thank you all for watching. I don't know if Andreas is still streaming or if he's gone to bed, but we will give Andras, why do I call him Andreas? It's just like English, more of an English name, a raid if not, but a very good victory for him. So well done to Andras for that victory. Who should we give a raid to? Let's see. And Alicia did raid us the other time, so it's nice to return the favour. So thank you all for watching. It's been fun-ish. I hate losing, and even in a friendly match, still hate losing. But it was a very close match. I think you agree. There's some interesting games. I was missing out some quite obvious things there, so I've only got myself to blame. But it was a good match, and again, well done to Andras for a good victory. Well played to him, bastard. So cheers everyone, and see you again shortly. Got to go and do some work now, unfortunately. I suppose this is work, is it? But make sure you follow, subscribe to the channel if you want, and check out GChess.